If you're like me, you're probably sick of hearing about bullish news in cryptocurrency and Bitcoin. But honestly, that's all I'm seeing at this point. Prices are down, market sentiment is bad, retail has left, views are down, subs are down. You can see all this for yourself. These people have left the market and they are missing out on yet another opportunity. It's similar to what I saw in 2018 when the market crashed, 2019 when the market was still down, 2020, early 2020 when the market was still down. The catch was we had to sit through massive volatility. We were buying low, but at times our portfolios also dropped 50%, but it was only for a few weeks at times. So if we can get through that, then we can enjoy the massive profits that I think are set to come. Now, I don't just say that flippantly. I truly believe that we will have another major boom in real estate, in stocks, and crypto is going to feed on the back of that as well. Now, to bring the hopium down a level, I know this is not going to happen tomorrow. It's not going to happen next week. It's not going to happen in March. It's not even going to happen in the first quarter of 2022, or I think not even the first half of 2022. I think this year is the reconsolidation year before we head to new all-time highs across all financial markets. And if you've been following the channel for some time, you know that I look specifically at an 18.6 year cycle, which has been around for hundreds of years. Personally, I've seen the cycle work for over 10 years, so I have no reason to believe it's going to fail anytime soon. No matter what wars come at us, no matter what the governments do, it is set to stay for this cycle. So with that in mind, let's have a look at the news updates for Bitcoin, crypto, and the real estate cycle. And of course, our huge giveaway, $4,000 of Ethereum going out to you guys on this channel exclusively, and my brother's channel, Michael Pizzino, as well. 4 of you will win $1,000 of ETH using the link in the video description down below when you sign up and deposit $10 of crypto onto Bybit. Winners will be announced at the end of March. Let's dive into the charts and the news. Make sure you've hit that subscribe button and the bell notification icon, and of course, like the video up all the way down below. Bitcoin, this is where I was reaccumulating before the next pump up. It looks so easy in hindsight now, but just imagine if this is another one of those times. We have some moves up and down, it sucks people in, it washes them out, and we rinse and repeat for another 6 to 12 months. It doesn't mean we're going to get $14,000 Bitcoins. It doesn't mean we're going to get $69,000 Bitcoin again. I'm looking at this as another accumulation period with big volatile swings. After all, this is cryptocurrency. So that's Bitcoin for today. Not much has really happened. If you look at the price action, we are dead on where we were yesterday. There's barely anything in it. 0.2%. You could basically call it gold for the last 24 hours. Now, the title I've got here, or something around, it's not only Bitcoin that is destroying the traditional finance, it's Coinbase. We thought it'd be Bitcoin. Those that love XRP thought it'd be XRP, but of course they're going for institutions. Coinbase offers free crypto cash outs for transfers to Mexico. So adding in all of these bits of news and the fundamentals which are coming together that I've seen over the last 12, 24 months to 4 years, where it's come from since the crash in 2018, this is huge, where Coinbase is now challenging the likes of Western Union with a crypto transfer program that will initially let recipients convert crypto into pesos for free. Coinbase says that it plans to expand the program to other countries. Coinbase announced a pilot program. Basically, you can transfer from your Coinbase app to another Coinbase app, transfer it to Mexico, cash it out, 37,000 stores. Basically, you'll get a code to redeem it at one of these stores here. The announcement appears to be a shot across the bow targeted traditional money transfer services like Western Union, which charge about 6%. So Coinbase is having a go at this industry. I think it'll easily take this industry. After March, it will incur a fee, but it'll still be 25 to 30% less than what Western Union and other transfer services are charging. So what they're targeting here is remittances from abroad, and they totaled more than 40 billion in each year of the last 2 years. So that's basically outside of the Mexico into Mexico. Now, if I look at the companies here, obviously we have Western Union, financial services company, founded 170 years ago, revenue 5.6 billion, 12,000 employees. How can they keep up with earnings of Coinbase with a company that's only 10 years old? It has 1/10 of the number of employees. The revenue was 1/4 of what it was. This was 2020. But if we take a look at what it was last year, Just in one of the quarters, it did 2 billion. So call it 1.5 billion for a quarter, 4 quarters in a year, that's 6 billion. It's already doing more revenue than Western Union. And this sort of thing, if it continues on the same trajectory, it looks like it could easily crush Western Union. Coinbase on the chart doesn't look that great, 60% down from its IPO. This is the time that all of the big finance channels on YouTube were getting super excited. Coinbase, Robinhood, whoever else was IPOing at that time. This generally happens. Big IPOs, everyone's super excited. You've seen it in crypto by now. That's why I'm getting way more excited at these lower levels, but you just have to have the patience for when this is ready. This is the long-term view, different to a short-term outlook. The beauty here on Coinbase that we've been following for quite a while, you can see the lows coming in and the market broke down from the lows. Now it's starting to hit resistance at those lows. And at some point it should flip this, form some support and then take off. Western Union, on the other hand, has gone nowhere. You can see this from the chart. Look at where it came into the market, 2006, so 2006, at around 17 bucks. It's now at 20 bucks. It has gone nowhere in 15 or so years. These companies look like they're dying. They look like they're dying on the charts as well. This is what investors are telling me, not just my own opinion. It's right here on the chart, the hard data and the facts. Gala jumps 20%, leads Metaverse Index gains. So it has announced a $5 billion investment plan by Gala Games and other major deals and events. Report says Gala will spend $2 billion on gaming, $1 billion on movies, $1 billion on music, remaining $1 billion to construct a theme park. Does this stuff even cost this much in real life? I don't know. I'm bullish on the cycle. I'm bullish on these markets, stocks, cryptos, real estate, to make money. Are they overvalued? Fuck yes, they're overvalued. But they can still go up a lot higher than what they currently are. So if the market is saying it's still time to go up, I'm not going to be the one to say, hey, it's overvalued. I don't want to make money. I'm going to make money from these markets because I can start to read the news, I'm reading the charts, and I'm ready to go with my plan. What does that plan look like on a chart? This is the way I read it. Hopefully this gives you a bit of a visual of how I like to trade. You'll have your own ways. And for some people, they just can't hack this sort of style of trading because it needs patience. I think that news basically just pumped the market a little bit. You can see the 20% here, 20.7% on that news day. If it was real buying, we should see the market follow through. We did not see the market follow through. We saw the market pull back. Of course, Bitcoin pulled back as well. But if it's actual real energy into the market, it should be pushing a lot further ahead. It did not do that. I will know that I'm wrong if the market flips around this level here at about 44, 45 cents and consolidates above this level and then starts to move away. Currently, it's at 32 cents and I would be I'm waiting patiently for a bit of a buy zone between 15 and 22 cents. I always hear the comments, it's never going to get there, you're crazy, yada, yada. I don't care. You trade your own way. This is the way I trade. And it has worked out pretty sweet because this is essentially just a market accumulating and then redistributing, or pumping up first, redistributing, and then dumping again. So I'm not saying I'm going to definitely buy at these levels, but I'm going to see how the market responds. If the market responds at around 22, 23, holds higher and starts to grow again, so basically holds a higher low from this point, that's a much stronger signal than if it fell back into this zone and continue to churn away. That means it's going to need more time. And it could break through that level. That's why I want to see how the market responds to that price. Does it think it's still overvalued? Or could we see the price bounce and come back above to start to form higher lows? If you're keen to take your trading and investing to the next level and prepare for the next stage of the bull market, why not check out our Patreon group? A link is in the top of the description. We have weekly group calls coming up this Monday and tons of exclusive content to get you prepared for the bull market. Number of Ethereum addresses holding 0.1 ETH hits all-time highs. There's now more small Ethereum holders in crypto than ever before, as holders of roughly $300 in ETH hits a new all-time high. It's a metric of adoption. So we've used this in Bitcoin over many, many years as well. It seems to work all right. At least we're seeing more wallets open up. And of course, it could be a ton of wallets from the same people opening up on different dexes. But ideally, it is new people coming into the market. And as I said earlier, it is something that we've looked at on Bitcoin before, and it seems to be working out pretty well. Now, this one gets a little bit more into my opinion of politics, but I'll try and keep that aside as much as possible. This one's just looking at allowing users, you and I, to hold our own cryptocurrencies. Congressman Warren Davidson introduces bill to protect self-hosting of cryptocurrencies. So this is basically to allow us to hold our own cryptocurrencies, because this came under fire at the end of 2020 and the beginning of 2021, that they were trying to make it that you weren't allowed to hold your own crypto, and it had to be done by a full custody exchange or wallet. So they knew all of your details and where your money is held. Some people might think this is a good thing. Personally, I do not. It is not what cryptocurrency is about, and for very, very good reason, as what we are now seeing across the border from the US into Canada. Trudeau vows to freeze anti-mandate protesters' bank accounts. So regardless of what you think about this, whether people should all be jabbed or not jabbed, they can now freeze people's money. And money is time. Money is your entire life. You need that to survive in the current world. And they are basically forcing people to do things against their will in peaceful protests. So this should never be something that we allow the governments to do. We should never allow governments to control our money. With no need for a court order, banks can freeze personal accounts of anyone linked with the protests. He said the police will be given more tools to imprison or fine protesters and protect critical infrastructure. As far as I'm aware, it is not violent. They are just driving their trucks up and down the streets, yes, causing blockades, but this is no reason to then freeze people's bank accounts so they have no way to survive. The move by the Prime Minister includes an expansion of money laundering laws to include crowdfunding platforms and cryptocurrency transactions. So before it gets too big, they look like they're trying to come after the crypto transactions as well. It's not going to happen because they don't have any control over decentralized cryptocurrencies. And this is why it's important to always hold some of your own cryptocurrency in a decentralized wallet, a cold storage, away from government hands. Although there's some crazy stuff going on in the world and the crazy look in the Prime Minister's eyes over here, the markets, I believe, are still going up. Vesta Equity launches real estate-backed NFT platform on Algorand. The move comes amid a boom in the housing market. So a lot of our countries, or our cities, are still increasing in property values. I know some people think it should crash this year, 40%, whatever. That's not my view. That's the way I am playing the market. With investors looking for new ways to capitalize on returns, it allows homeowners who have bought their property outright to sell off a portion of it as a tokenized, fractionalized NFT, which is packaged as a security. This is exactly what I was talking about last year when NFTs came out, and figured if you own a house, now you can start to split it into maybe 1,000 pieces or 500,000 pieces, and everyone owns $1,000 of that property. And when that happens, you can really boost the prices up even more than what you could imagine these things should be worth. So although I feel like I've done a lot of lecturing in this, I just see this as extremely bullish news to the price of assets increasing. I'm not saying it's a great idea. I don't know if this is going to be great for society for this to actually happen, but just looking at how this is going to play out in the market, obviously, in my opinion, as an investor, I can't see this going any other way but into a huge boom, a boom in real estate. And how much longer do we have to go in the real estate cycle? Well, I'm looking at it as though we are around in this section here. This is courtesy of Phil Anderson. You've heard me bang on about him many times before, and I just did a recent interview on the channel, which I'll leave a link to at the end of this video. Absolutely amazing. Check it out. We're about this stage. We still have another 4 or 5 years to go before we reach a major peak and then probably a major bust. Now, this is not drawn to scale. It doesn't mean we have to bust and go lower than the current lows, but we are just looking at this in terms of a roadmap. So it's about a 14 years up, about a 4 years down. We have been going up since about 2011, 2012 in the real estate market, not the stock market, but the real estate. And therefore, we have several more years to go, 3, 4, 5 years to go. And those last years are going to get absolutely crazy. If that didn't show you how bullish I was on the entire market long term, I don't know what will. I'm going to be here every single day talking about how bullish I am on the entire market until we get to around that 2026, looking at real estate and the property cycle. Crypto, on the other hand, is far more volatile. There are so many more new, naive people in the space, and that just leads to those sort of market conditions when it comes to crypto and Bitcoin. We're still going to see major booms, we'll still see major busts, but in terms of an old school traditional market, Bitcoin and crypto just aren't there yet. But I still see those massive possibilities in stocks and real estate going up into that peak of around 2026. I hope you're going to enjoy the ride with me. Subscribe to the channel down below, like the video up, stay tuned for the videos after this one, and I will see you at the next one. Till then, have more fun to get more done.